Pointe Barre, it's going to be a little more of a, let me just sort this out. It's going to be a little more of a beginner Pointe Barre today than improver. But it will be more for beginners who've already done some classes with a teacher in a studio, and who are looking to sort of build their strength and work on things that they've already learned. So don't let this be your very first class on Pointe. Make sure either if you are on my ballet coach that you have a look at the Pointe series for complete beginners, or make sure you're with a teacher and you've got someone watching you as you go through the shoes. Having said that, it is going to be more on the beginner side than improver, so it's going to be nice and simple today. If you are an improver, this is a great chance to go over your technique and just check that everything's in alignment, that you're building your strength in the correct way, and just to go over some of the more fundamental exercises and build a strong foundation. So let's have feet in parallel position to start. As always, if you've done your own warm-up, you'll get a lot more out of these classes. But if you haven't, if you've just thrown your shoes on, that's fine too. We're going to do our own little warm-up together. So I'll have feet in parallel, and we'll just do our normal pony trot exercise. So starting with the right foot, once you've found your posture and your alignment, so a little checklist there, everything's pulling up tall, rib cage is closed, glutes are active, neck is long. You're going to pass through the demi-pointe as you go onto full point here, and then you rise and switch. So that is what I'm calling our pony trots. Both hands are on the bar, and you've got a feeling of air under the armpits, so they're not pressing the elbows into our waist. You want to feel those lats working hard. So we go right foot and rise, left foot and rise, 3 and 4. Now we do the same with a bend. So both knees bend, both knees stretch, 2, stretch, 3, stretch, and 4. Both heels go down. And every time we do this pony trot, just make sure that the weight is on the big toe and the second toe and never on the baby toe. So you're keeping your alignment there. Then we're going to bend, lift both heels up, push over the big toe. Again, very dangerous to rock baby toes here. Stretch the knees, grow tall, and then we're going to lower down, passing through the demi-pointe, all the way back down. And then we reverse this. So we go back up onto point, push over the shoe. If you're not quite getting the platform flat, you'll want to work on the mobility of your ankles. I've got a few stretches at the end that we can do. So try and push over the shoe without bending the knees here. And now we're going to go for a full plie, stretch over the shoe. So this bend is to stretch the top of the foot where the ankle is. You don't want to be here when you bend. You want to be getting that stretch at the top of the foot. So bend, roll down, open to first position. We're going to tanju front. Flex and bend the supporting leg. Point, lunge, hold. Point, close, demi-plie. Same to the side. Point, flex, bend. Point, lunge, hold. Point, demi-plie. Same to the back. Point, flex, bend. Point, lunge. Now the baby toes won't be able to touch here. So you're just again stretching that top part of the foot with the leg behind you. And close. And then we're going to go into a grand plie. So pass through the demi, the heels stay down on the floor. We go lower, the heels come up naturally. We don't sit, you stay right here. Then the heels press back down into the floor and we stretch. And keep an eye on your posture during that grand plie so that at no point do the hips come forward, so do the knees roll inwards. So really check your alignment there. We do everything on the second side. Point, flex, bend, point, lunge, hold, hold, plie. Same side, same back. And then our grand plie to finish. We're then just going to plie, roll up through the shoes. So we're here in a bend with both feet pressing over point. Weight is on the big toes. Stretch the knees, keep the platform of the shoe flat on the floor. And then You can keep your hands on the bar if you want. If you do want a little challenge, you could maybe just have the index fingers holding the bar, or maybe just the tips of your fingers. If you are a bit more advanced, feel free to take off one hand or even two and lower down. So that's our little warm up to get comfortable in the shoes. And as always, we're going to go with Nate Fifield. Off we go. Let me just turn that up a bit. Okay. Here it is. Feet in parallel. Right foot. Rise. Switch. Rise. 3. Rise and 4. With a bend. 2 knees bend. They stretch. Bend. Stretch. 3. And 4, heels down, rolling through the feet. So bend, lift the heels. Stretch the knees. Keep the platform flat on the floor, lower down gently. We reverse this movement up onto point. Hold. Stretch the knees. And now bend. Heels down. Open from the hips. Right foot goes point. Flex bend. Point lunge. Stretch the top of the foot. Close demi-plie. Same to the side, feel the rotation from the hips, lunge, stretch the top of the foot, close demi-plie, and to the back, right behind you. Check your supporting leg, it's not rolling in, close demi-plie, rond plie, open out the knees, and come back up. Same on the left leg, lead with the heel. Knee going over the toes. Close demi-plie. Same to the side. Keeping an eye on that supporting leg. Plie and to the back. Right behind you. Rotate. Open out the knee. Close demi-plie. Grand plie. Pull up through the top of the head. Open the knees out over your toes. Press the heels down into the floor. Plie, roll up. Keep breathing. Stretch over the big toes. Straighten the knees. You should feel a nice stretch at the top of the foot. Focus the eyes. Pull up tall through the spine. And your choice of where you take the hands. And relax. Good. We're just going to finish with a little calf stretch here. Swap over. Good, and relax, lovely. Okay, we're going to do a few more tendus and plies, focusing on the metatarsals, but also just an extra way to get really comfortable in the point shoes. So we start with the feet in first position, and we're going to peel off the right foot. Plie, so you can see one heel is down, one heel is up. Close. Tendu front, same to the side. Plie and stretch. Tendu side and side. One more. Plie and close. To the back and back. Close front, close back. And a tendu, swapping legs. Same on the other leg. So one plie, 2 tendus, same to the side, same to the back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a tendu. Now we're going to add a little hamstring stretch here. So pivoting the back leg inwards. You're going to open this arm. I'll just do that again. So we're facing our bar. Let's take the right hand off, turn to your right, pivot the left leg inwards. And we're going to stretch forwards for a hamstring stretch. Come back up, and then that right hand does a bend to the side. We now open the left hand, pivot the right foot in, stretch forwards, roll back up, and that left arm stretches to the side. Plie, and now we have a releve, so straight up onto point, strong ankles. No weight on the baby toes here. Check your alignment. So rotate from the hips, bring the heels forward, push onto the big toe, lift the hips, and you're of where the hands go. So let's build on what we did last time. If before you just kept the hands on the bar, maybe this time you could just have the tips of the fingers. If last time you just had the tips of the fingers, maybe bring one hand off. So build on the last one. And then a demi-plie to finish. Okay, so we peel off the foot, 2 tendus, same side, same back. Tendus in first, and then a ton-plie. Off we go. Find your posture, lift the arches up, baby toes on the floor. Right foot, close. Close first, pull the toes back. Same to the side. Plie, heel down. Massage the metatarsals into the floor. And again. Now right behind you, lift those hips as you close. And 1, 2, ton-plie. Close to first. Same left. Stretch. Pull the toes back. Back. Heel up. To go through the demi-point. Hips are lifted. No rolling on that standing leg. Close front. Close back. Keep the knees stretched there. Ton-plie. Left leg turns in, right hand opens. And breathing out, stretch. Roll up. And right hand stretches to the side. Open the left. Big stretch. Close back to first. And side stretch. Hands on the bar, plie releve. Push up. Find your alignment. Take a moment to check everything. Focus the eyes and we'll go for a balance. Keep those heels pushing forward. Stretch over the shoe. Let's try swapping hands. Lower and come down gently. Good, and relax. Oh, we've done our stretches, sorry. Thought we hadn't done our calf stretches. They're important. Okay, let's move on and have a look at some releves. So feet in first position. Going to go through it gradually. So we have plie, stretch, and you're just going to go to a demi-point. I know it's the most uncomfortable thing in pointe shoes and you won't be able to go very far, especially if they're like mine and brand new, so like rock hard. But I just want you to try and get to that demi-point in your pointe shoes. So you're slowly breaking in the shoe. Have plie and stretch, rise up, lower down. Now we're going to full point, plie and stretch, full point, lower down. 2 releves, plie and rise. Roll down slowly, passing through the demi-point, heels pressed together. Whoops, I need to bring mine a bit closer. So what we don't want to do is as we're laying down on straight legs, let those heels go outwards. So keep them forwards, squeeze the inside thighs. We go again, plie, stretch. And this one is a bit faster to tangi to a small second position. We go again, plie and stretch, demi-point. Plie and stretch, full point. Plie, releve, roll down slowly, lift up through the hips. Plie, releve, lower down, close to fifth. Then we're going to bring the front foot across, then the back foot across, and then both feet together. So plie, move the front leg, lower, back down. Plie, move the back leg, lower, back down. Plie both feet, hold, hold. We're going to do an emboîté with the right leg, emboîté with the left leg, and bring that left leg back to the front, lower down. We go again, plie, front leg crosses, plie, back leg crosses, plie, both feet squeeze, and then we go 1, 2, 3 to finish. Then squeezing the feet together in a tight fifth position. So typically, you might find that the legs are turned in a bit so that the top of the foot is facing forwards. You're going to want to really rotate, especially the back leg. We often forget about the back leg because we can't see it when we look down. So really rotate that back leg. And then squeeze the feet together so there are no gaps between the feet. Your weight should be evenly between both feet. Abs are strong and engaged to support you. One hand off if you want, and then we'll swap. Find that position again. Turned up legs, feet squeezing together, pushing over the big toes, and then we'll lower down to finish. And if you like, you might want to go for a little stretch at the end. Okay, so releves, feet in first position. It's just, a storm has just started, so if there are loud noises, I'm sorry. I can perhaps turn the music up if it gets too loud. Off we go. Pulling up nice and tall. Plie, stretch, demi-point. And plie, stretch, full point. 2 releves. Lower down slowly. And again. Lower down a bit faster. Tonji seconds. Same thing. Demi-point. Heels forward. Plie, stretch, full point. No tension in the neck. Releve. Heels forward as you lower down. Plie, releve. Close right foot front. Front foot crosses. Cross. Slide that front foot back down. Back leg crosses. Slide. Keep the hips lifted. Plie, 2 feet. Join. Hold. We move the right leg. Left leg again. Plie front foot, lower back down. Plie back foot, lower back down. Plie both feet. Hold, press over the big toes. And left, right. Squeeze the feet together, focus the eyes. Nice calm breaths. One hand off if you want, and then we'll swap the feet, squeeze them together, and lower down. Good. They are cramping a little bit, just give them a stretch. If it's hot where you are as well, your feet will swell a little bit, so you want to go extra easy on them, stretch them out where you can. Okay, moving on to some échappés. So we're going to start with feet in 3rd position or 5th position, whatever you're more comfortable with. And again, we're going to really break it down. So we have plie, échappé second, hold, swap the feet, stretch. And this is a moment not to relax, unfortunately, not to relax. It's a moment to rotate the legs, squeeze the glutes, pull up tall. Hold the best 3rd or 5th position you can. So everything is active. And we go again. Plie, échappé second, hold. And hold, change the feet. Stretch. Now we go a bit faster. Plie, échappé second, hold. And hold, change the feet, échappé second. Hold and hold, change the feet, échappé fourth, hold and hold, plie, and we have a tendu to close. Then we do everything again. This is a long one. Plie, échappé second, hold and hold, plie and stretch. Plie, échappé second, hold and hold, plie and stretch. Plie, échappé second, change the feet, échappé second, change the feet, fourth, and a tendu. Then we're going to rise up. And if you're still trying to find a solid 5th position on point, go for 5th again. If you're more of an improver and you're looking to work on your balance in 4th position, because it's a really hard one, start small and get bigger as you get more confident. And we'll test our balance in 4th before swapping over to either 5th or 4th. And another time. Okay, so it's long, but it's steady. Feet in 3rd or 5th, right foot front. Off we go. And plie, fast, hold, stretch over the big toes, plie, stretch, squeeze, active glutes, plie, second, push over the shoe, change the feet, so you should have the right foot front again, 2 faster, second, hold, lift the hips, change the feet, hold, hold. Plie, fourth, hold, hold. Plie, tendu. Same with the left front. Plie, second, hold, hold. Plie, squeeze, grow tall. Plie, second, heels come forward underneath you, hips are lifted. Change the feet, so we have the left foot front again. 2 quicker. Plie, échappé. Hold, change the feet. No tension in the neck and shoulders. Plie, 1 to 4th. Plie, tendu. Balance. Rise up. Weight over the big toes, or 4th if you prefer. In 4th position, there should be no weight on the baby toes. So you're going to have to push forwards onto that big toe a little bit. And let's swap. And lower down. Good. Give them a little stretch if you need to. And relax. Good. Okay, we're going to look at some fondues next. Fondue music, here we are. So, feet in fifth. We're going to peel off the front foot. Fondue. 2 knees stretch at the same time. Stretch. Fondue. Susu. Squeeze the feet. Pull up through the top of the head as you slide the front foot and you lower down gently on straight legs. We go to the side. Fondue. Stretch. Fondue. Now close this leg behind. And that same leg, it's the right leg again. It slides as you lower down. We swap. Fondue to the front. Fondue, su, su. Now it's the left leg that slides. Lower down and to the side. Fondue, side. Fondue, close behind. And we're going to stay because now we have our balance. This time, really push yourself with the arms. Try something a little more challenging. So you could take one arm up to 5th and the other hand can hold on. If you want, you could bring them to crossed 4th. Or if you really are quite advanced, you can take them up to 5th. Just keep an eye on those shoulders and make sure they're not directly above the head with the ribcage opening. Ribcage closes and they come slightly forward so you can see your fingers in your peripheral vision. Then we'll swap the legs and we'll do exactly the same on the other side. So whatever you did on the first leg, you'll do on the second leg. And we lower down. So nice and short, these fondues. It's all about your turnout, presenting the heel, and then in this susu, the fondue involves the knee going directly over the foot, so no rolling here. And then lifting the hips, squeezing the glutes as you come up, before pulling through the top of the head and coming down with resistance. We do the same to the side, and then the other leg front and side, and we test our balance. Off we go with fondues. Right foot front. Peeling off the foot. Fondue, stretch. Fondue, susu. Come down slowly. Good. To the side. Fondue. Rotate the legs. Close behind. Come down gently. Same with the left. Open the knees. Present the heel. Squeeze. Pull up tall through the top of the head. To the side. Fondue. Stretch. Fondue close behind. And we're going to stay because we have our balances. So get comfortable on point. Squeeze the feet together. One hand off. Keep those ankles super still. No wobbles here. And let's swap over. Focus the eyes. Stay on the big toes. And lower down. Relax. Good. Give them a wiggle if they need it. We have one last exercise to finish off. We're going to look at bourrées and pas de bourrées. So if you're not familiar with bourrées, you may also know the word couru. They're small steps on point where I wouldn't think of bending the knees, but you let the knees soften So it's a little bit like you're jogging, but on point. And the feet stay on point and you alternate your weight from one foot to the other. We won't go this fast. We're going to just practice transferring the weight onto one leg and onto the other leg. And if you can, lift off the foot gently as we go. So we start with feet in fifth, right foot front. We plie, releve. We have front, back, 5, 6, 7, coupe, 8. So on 8, you hit this coupe position, 2 bent knees, the left foot is at the back. We have a pas de bourrée traveling to the side, so the back foot steps behind, the front foot moves to the side, the left foot comes front, and we coupe, and we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and keeping the feet squeezing together at all times, 7, 8, pas de bourrée, side, side, close front coupe, and we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can either just repeat what we did, or if you're more of an improver than a beginner, you can go for a picked up pas de bourrée, so pas de bourrée piqué. So that's going to be the right foot comes to the front of the ankle bone, it steps, left foot comes to the front of the ankle bone, it slides down into our coupe. Bourrées for 8, and then picked up pas de bourrée to finish. And then let's finish in any position of your choice. So that could be first position, second position, fifth, fourth, arms wherever you want them. But just make sure you're comfortable in that position. What we don't want is for you to pick something super hard where the ankles are going to be wobbling, there's going to be tension everywhere. So something that's manageable but that challenges you slightly. Okay, let's have right foot front, last exercise. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Behind, side, front, we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Behind, side, front, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pick up pas de bourrée. 1. Music. 2, 3. Let's coupe and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last, picked up pas de bourrée. Front, close. Ooh, lightning. Balance of your choice. And on both legs. And relax. And stretch. Good. Give the feet a shake if they need it. A little stretch. Good. Just to finish off, I did promise I'd show you some stretches which are really important, even if you're not on point, even if you're just dancing on demi-point. They're so important. They're going to help you have a higher demi-point, which will mean better pirouettes, better, stronger balances, and stretching the top of the foot will just allow for a nicer line. It will also strengthen those metatarsals, and stretching them will help you in your jumps. So I'm just going to show you a few little stretches you can do by yourself. You'll need to take your point shoes off. So I'll take mine off very quickly. In fact, I'll just take one off so I can show you nice and fast. So the first stretch you may be familiar with. Imagine I've got both shoes off. You're going to sit on your heels, the toes tucked underneath. So I'm on demi-point here. The weight of my body is on my heels and it's stretching out my toes. That's a good one. A more advanced stretch, just move this to the side, is going up against a wall, and this is going to stretch both your demi-point and the top of the foot, which is key for point work. You're going to bring one leg against the wall, so it's on demi-point. You'll need to make sure your weight's on your big toe, so we're not sickling at all here, weight's on the big toe. And Then you're going to gently try and straighten this knee without forcing it too much, and keeping your back against the wall and the heel against the wall. Hold for 10 seconds, relax, maybe repeat a second time, repeat on the other leg. That's a really good one. And then one more, if you have a TheraBand, oh, I don't know if you could hear that thunder. Good. TheraBand goes on top of the foot, like this. Over the toes. You take your foam roller, you're going to put it underneath the Achilles, and then the TheraBand is going to go under your foam roller with the knee bent. And then as you hold on to this, as you stretch the knee, the TheraBand is going to pull your toes down to the floor. And this is just a really nice stretch for the top of the foot, but also stretching out the toes to improve your line. So give those stretches a try. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you same time next week. Bye.